Alvin, why does this film hold up today? Eyes on the prize.
Well, I think for one, you were talking about the historical aspect. I've always found it interesting that you have some of the same people who said that the police, were this or the police were that, and the protesters were out of control and disrespectful and all that. And then you ask them, well, what about the police in Selma? What about the police in the South during the 50s and 60s? Like, oh, well, they were totally out of control and they were wrong. And you say, well, I feel that same angst because I'm on a Ferguson Street after 11 o'clock, and yes, I'm upset, and yes, I'm yelling, and yes, I'm doing all these things, but at the same time, how am I different from these individuals from back in the 60s? So you look through that lens of history, and a lot of people say like, no, they weren't wrong, but you were wrong. And I said, how can that be? So I think that's one reason that the film resonates. Another is, I think so many, the names and the places, were not invented. They were real people, they were real events, but they were not people that were honed as civil rights workers, and these towns were not selected for these things to happen. They just occurred. And
organically.
Yeah, and the power of television. I mean, what people get through their telephones now, and I don't mean the information, but just how cool the phone is and what you can do with it. That's how we were with television. And the idea that we could sit there and watch what happened in Selma, Alabama, or what happened someplace else that night on the news, where there was no so-and-so told me, or this, that. You saw it, and you got whatever feeling you got. It was real, and that's why that stands up so well now.
And I go back to what it might do for all of us to absorb this history. Spoiler alert, the white folks rioted too, and people were shot when they tried to get one black man into Ole Miss, and 13 people were shot. 2 journalists were killed.
Right.
I don't know if everyone who it was so easy to judge current events. If you didn't, you might have judged differently had you had all of that knowledge.